Webheads, last week was a close race when it comes to top 10 comic book covers. Which covers are in the running this week? Well, let's find out. Hey, all my webheads out there, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, I am your host, Mike Spider Slayer, always helping you make decisions on what comic books to buy. And today, guys, is Monday, which means it's 2021's top 10 comic book covers of the week. Fans, this is week 32, and this is the interactive comic book series where you, the fans, get to vote on which is your favorite comic book cover of the week based off of the top 10 I provide for you. Now, this is a year-long series, so it just doesn't end here, guys. You get to have that final say at the end of the year on which comic book cover gets that all-important title of comic book cover of the year. And of course, if you don't vote, well, at least you get to see some cool comic book covers that are being released this comic book week. All right, guys, so let's get started here. And before we move on to this week's comic book covers, we got to find out who won week 31. And let me tell you, by one vote, the winner of week 31 wound up going to Suicide Squad issue 6. It was that Gotham Society variant with Harley Quinn on there with the baseball bat on her shoulders, which looked like she was on a magazine cover. One vote over You, Me, Love in the Dark by Jenny Frison. I thought that cover was going to win, but all of a sudden there was a surge of votes of that particular comic book, and it wound up winning and advancing to the next round. All right, guys, so let's move on with this week's top 10. Kicking it off with number 10, starting with XMen Legends. This is issue 6. Pretty cool looking cover here, as it has our X Factor's heroes on here, as we have Alex Summers on the cover with his cool X Factor jacket, using his cool powers with his badass facial expression, and you get to see some of his supporting cast in the background. Everything's exploding. I thought this one was pretty cool. It caught the eye. If you guys want to see this one move on to the next round, you're going to have to vote in the comments section below. But remember, there can only be one vote per person, and if you don't like any of the covers that I provide for you here today, guys, remember, you can always write in your vote. It can start the trend, overtake the other 10, and it could win. You never know. It has happened before. Not too often, but it does happen. All right, guys, so now we're going to move forward to number 9, and number 9 goes to Fight Girls issue 2. This is the Frank Cho main cover. I love Frank Cho's artwork. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. He draws the anatomy well on the females, but what makes this cover is pretty cool is it makes you want to buy this comic because it just describes what's going to go on in the comic book, right? It's like
10 women, 4 challenges, 1 crown. And it says, winner rules the empire.
So that is pretty neat. And obviously you get to see the main ladies here on the cover, and they all have their particular number. And basically it's like a betting pool. Which one do you want to see win, right? So it gets you excited about it, right? And of course you get the one girl that's got the eye patch. Like,
who's the girl with the eye patch, right?
Since she's super mysterious. So if you want to see this one go ahead and win, go ahead and vote in the comments section below, guys. And next we move on to number 8, and number 8 goes to XForce issue 22. This is the Mastrazo variant. I love the detail that went into this particular cover, as we get to see our X-Force heroes just doing some battle against who knows what. But the characters are very detailed. I love all the facial expressions of all the characters. And yeah, you know, X-Force has been about these plant things that they've been going against the entire run. So why not have a cover with these plant monsters on them and have them do battle against them, right? Super detailed, loved it. If this one is your favorite, let's vote for it. Moving on to number 7. I can't get enough of this series, so I'm going with Free Comic Book Day 2021 Stray Dogs Issue 1 done by Tony Fleece. Now, if you've had all the variant covers of Stray Dogs Issue 1, all the multiple printings of Stray Dogs Issue 1, well, now you got the Free Comic Book Day issue that's coming out this particular comic books this week on Saturday, and it's going to be like, I guess, an extended version of issue 1, so you're going to want to pick this up. And let's talk about the cover here, right? You got the creepy guy who is stalking women, and they have dogs, right? If you read the story, you know what the story is about. And he's taking a Polaroid of the female, and obviously you see the dog looking at him. It's pretty creepy, man. He's a complete stalker, a complete creep. But what's great about this is look at the great facial expression on the dog, right? You got this innocence about the comic, and then you got the creepiness with the guy who stalks the ladies, right? It's so weird, you know, and you never see the killer's face. You never see his face at all, which leaves that mystery, right? Very awesome looking cover. Can't get enough of Stray Dogs. If you want to see this one win comic book cover of the week, you're going to have to vote in the comment section below. All right, so now we move on to number 6. Talk about creepy covers. This one goes to Bunny Mask issue 3. This is the Ingrid Gala variant A. There's just something about this cover, about some creepy girl in this bunny mask that just draws you to it, right? It's just like, I think you want to know what this character is. She's so mysterious, and you don't know anything about her, you know? And this cover is just intense, as she just has her bloody hand out and one hand behind the back and wolves in the background, blood dripping through from her lips, and it's just cool. Again, it's just like, I want to know more about the character. Great series overall. Let me know in the comments below if you're reading it, and if this one is your favorite, let's go ahead and vote for it. All right. Moving on to number 5. This one goes to Masters of the Universe. This is issue 2 done by Dave Wilkins. This is the main cover. So this one is pretty cool, because if you grew up to He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, you totally know what this is. You know, you got He-Man looking over Snake Mountain, right? And Snake Mountain just looks badass. It's like in the pits of hell, or whatever place that it's at. Dark Side of Eternity. I don't even remember what the heck it's called at this point. Haven't watched the show. And you just get to see Skeletor on the horizon there. Love the lava, love Snake Mountain, love everything about it, right? When I was a kid, I loved the villains in cartoons, and this just screams that. So if this one is your favorite, let's vote. All right, guys, so now we move on to number 4. And number 4 goes to Daredevil issue 33. This is the Marco Checchetto main cover. For me, Marco Checchetto makes the series, right? So when he does the artwork in the interior, it just raises the book to a whole level. When he does the artwork on the exterior, it just completes the book altogether. And this book is just awesome. The cover looks so gritty. You get to see Matt just grinding his teeth. You get to see the stubble on his beard. You know, you get to see the horns coming out of his mask, in flames. It's just awesome. I love the colors. They're bright and vibrant, and really pop here. And if this one is your favorite, you know what you gotta do. You gotta vote. All right, so now we move on to number 3, and we've seen a cover like this. I don't know if it was earlier in the year or last year. They all blend together for me. But this one goes to Defenders issue 1 done by Lucio Perello, variant B. We saw one before where Silver Surfer was like on the ground holding his board, and he had fire reflecting off of it, or him, right? Now we get to see Silver Surfer holding his board with the Hulk reflected on his board. Now that is pretty awesome, right? So I thought this was really cool. Silver Surfer looks pretty neat. You get to see all the shininess. You get to see the cosmic power radiating from his wrist, and then you get to see the Incredible Hulk all pissed off and, type of angry face. I thought it's awesome, man. So if you like this one, you know what you got to do. All right, and then number 2. This is a really gorgeous cover as well. This one goes to Batman Urban Legends issue 6. This is a cover C done by Injiker. I think that's the artist's last name. I thought this was an Art Germ variant at first, but it's not. But it is similar, as we get to see Black Canary as she's using her sonic scream. Love the facial expression here, and just you see the sound waves coming from her mouth, which is awesome. Of course, you gotta love the fishnets. You gotta love the costume overall in general. But great looking cover. So if this one is your favorite, let's make sure you vote. All right, so this week it's going to be a battle between the DC women, and number 1 goes to Batman issue 89. Number 1, Warren Lowe, a variant A. Now, Warren Lowe did that one with Harley Quinn playing the pinball machine, right? And now he's doing one with Catwoman, and this is Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman, and this one looks gorgeous. Now there's 2 versions. There's this main version here, again the variant A, where it has a little further distance and you get to see a little bit more of the body here, and you get to see the way her costume looks and her claws and things like that. And then you get to see a virgin variant where you get to see a close-up of just her face. So either one, just let me know in the comments section below on which one you want to vote for. But I went with this one. Love the eyes. Of course, you gotta love the eyes. It definitely captures your attention here. And that facial expression, that smirk, is beautiful. So there you guys have it. There are my top 10 comic book covers for the week. Now it's your turn in the comment section below to make sure you vote, because remember, every vote counts. So guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, don't forget to hit that bell. If you like my content, please make sure you continue to click on it, support the channel by doing that. And until next time guys, enjoy those comics, keep reading, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.